Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Meggy from Meggy's Craftyverse, and if you've read the title you already know that we're going to be doing my October reading wrap up. Now I have just recently rearranged my shelves and made this one the shelf of books that I've read. So that means the books that I have recently read are actually at the back. So I'm not able, well I can get them, but I've kind of just constructed it all. So I'm just going to be reading from my Goodreads about the books that I read this month, and I'll try and put like a graphic here of what book I'm talking about. I'll figure out how to do that. But the first book that I finished in the month of October was The Honey Witch. I rated this 4 stars. This was like, it was so good. It's by an author called Sydney J. Shields, I believe it's pronounced. But it was amazing. Like, it was cozy fantasy, but towards the end, like, it definitely had like higher stakes. Like, I definitely was feeling like the tension. I was feeling that, oh, like if they don't like do what they need to do, like this is gonna have like quite dire consequences. But like the atmosphere, like it was definitely the perfect time in my opinion to read it, like fall autumn time. It was so good. And also the magic system of like honey witches, you know, get their magic from honey, so like they have this kind of like connection with bees and stuff. Like I love that, and they can make different types of honey, and just like the nature, the vibes, like everything about it was so good. Like I keep saying this, I would go into this pretty much blind because that's what I did, and I really loved it. And then the next 2 books I read were actually Legendary and Finale, the second and third book in the Caraval trilogy. I rated both of these 4 stars. Overall, the series was a 4-star series for me, a 4-star series, if I could talk. It was really good, really enjoyed it. Upon reflection, I definitely agree with my ratings that it's only 4 stars. Like when I think back on it, like when I think back on books I've read, like the Caraval trilogy isn't like the first thing that I think about, or like I'm not obsessed with the characters and like keep thinking about the moments and stuff. I will tell you a book that really surprised me that does happen about. But overall, really loved the series, loved how it concluded. And I will be reading the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy, but I'm not like itching for it. I'm not reaching towards it. I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I'm trying to finish series before buying any new ones, so I don't want to buy them yet, and it's kind of like in the same world, but it's not like a direct continuation kind of thing. So like the Caraval trilogy to me is over. I appreciate a novella has just come out, a Christmas novella. I will be reading that, but at the moment I don't want to be buying any more books, so I'm quite happy to say that I finished a series, which was quite nice. And then the next book I read was Flawless by Elsie. This was my introduction into kind of a contemporary romance novel, but I wanted the cowboy theme because I love cowboys, so we were kind of going for like a western ranch kind of thing, and I love this. Rated at 4 stars. It was just a fun time, you know. I really enjoyed the kind of plot line, I enjoyed the 2 characters, I enjoyed the found family and the banter between the brothers and stuff. Really excited to read the next one, but again, not feeling like I need to like immediately dive into it and like binge the whole series. I feel like I'm going to use them as palette cleansers between my fantasy books. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, so that was 4 stars for me. And then the surprise for me was a book called The Foxglove King by Hannah Whitten. This was the first book in the Nightshade Crown series, I believe it's called, reading my Goodreads up there. It was amazing, 5 stars, blew me away. Like I was not expecting to love this as much as I loved it, and it was so much more unique than I thought it was going to be. Go into this basically blind. I had read the synopsis blurb part, and that was it. Hadn't really heard anyone else talk about it that much, but I absolutely love it. Like that is like a new favorite read for me. I really enjoyed that one, and I still think about it. Like I finished reading it like a while ago. I still keep thinking about it. It is so good, so I highly recommend that one if you haven't read it already. And I'm desperate to read the second one because oh my god, the way that ended, I need the second one. And then lastly, the last book I read, and the sixth book actually, so I read 6 books in October, was Jurassic Park, the first one by Michael Crichton. If you've watched my November TBR, you'll know that I've actually read the second one as well, The Lost World, but in October I finished the first one. It was a 5 stars for me. I loved it. Like, in my review in Goodreads, I was like, it's got dinosaurs, how could it not be 5 stars? But like, that aside, I actually really liked the pacing of it. It was like, held you in tension all the time. Like, there was a cliffhanger like at every bloody paragraph, because it kept changing like POV, like who we were following, and it was just really interesting to see the difference between the movie and the book. I would say if the movie was like anywhere closer to the book, like it would have been R-rated. Like, it was really, really graphic, but I loved it. It was so good. So like, I really, really enjoyed that. But yeah, that was my October reading wrap up. I do apologize that it's not like the longest like video. I'm still getting used to like explaining books and like how to convey my feelings and how to convey what the story is without like getting any spoilers. But what I do want to do in the future is do more reading vlogs, like while I'm reading, talk about my feelings, and I feel like that'd be quite fun because I love watching reading vlogs, so I feel like I'll do that in the future. But yeah, this is my October reading wrap up. I read 6 books in total in October, and that's pretty standard for me. I normally read 5 to 7 books, so 6 is pretty nice. Considering last year I probably read like not even 6 books in total, I'm pretty happy that I read the books I did this year. I think I've read 60 something books this year, so I'm pretty happy with that. I've definitely had months that had more books read, I had months that had less books, but overall I'm just really happy that I'm kind of back in my reading journey, that I'm creating content about books and able to kind of share what books I love, and I swear I will get better about making videos. I do love to ramble and yap about books, but I don't want to give any spoilers for people who haven't read it, so I'm trying to be like as vague as possible while also conveying how I felt about the books, if that makes any sense. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and comment what books you read in October, and subscribe if you haven't already, because I've got more exciting book rambling, book yapping videos, and if you like that or anything like that, then I'd really love to have you here. And I'm really enjoying building this book community, so thank you so much for joining me